49ers linebacker Reuben Foster is out of a job tonight after his second domestic violence arrest this year. While his teammates were suiting up in Tampa Bay this morning, Foster was wearing jailhouse orange in a Florida courtroom. The 24-year-old is accused of slapping and pushing a female companion at a hotel where the team was staying last night.
Hi, Mr. Foster, good morning. You're charged with battery, domestic violence. What's his defense?
Your Honor, Mr. Foster is gainfully employed. The alleged victim is his ex-girlfriend. They do not reside together, nor do they have children in common. I'm requesting he be released on his own recognizance with no contact.
Okay, the court finds probable cause for the charge of domestic violence, battery, imposes bond amount $2,000, no contact order with the alleged victim, no weapons or firearms.
In response to the charges, level?
Get out of my face. There is no
I'm not in your face.
Go.
Any response to the charges?
No, get out of the way.
Foster had no comment for reporters as he bonded out of jail a short time later.
And this is the second domestic violence accusation against Foster involving the same ex-girlfriend. And KPIX 5's Devin Fehely reports for the 49ers. It was the last straw.
When Reuben Foster was arrested for domestic violence the first time, the 49ers seemed to want to give the young man the benefit of the doubt. They wanted the courts, not the court of public opinions, to determine his guilt or innocence. But this time was different. Their judgment was swift, his dismissal from the team definitive, and fans seemed to be equally unforgiving. Foster was arrested at the team hotel in Tampa Saturday night, and by Sunday morning his brief but troubled tenure with the 49ers was at an end. Fans watching Sunday's game were angry and incredulous.
What a dummy. Really, what a dummy. I mean, why would you put yourself in that situation again?
Foster's time with the 49ers was defined as much by his off-the-field problems as his on-the-field performance. He was arrested in January in Alabama for marijuana possession. A month later, back home in Santa Clara County, he was arrested for felony domestic violence for allegedly roughing up his on-again, off-again girlfriend. Those charges were eventually dropped after the alleged victim recanted her story. Nonetheless, the NFL suspended Foster for the first 2 games of the season.
I think the first time he was probably guilty.
John McManus says he believes the 49ers did the right thing this time by cutting Foster immediately.
You know, abuse of women is a real problem in the United States, all over the world, and I just don't think it can be tolerated.
Even more troubling, according to the police report, the victim in Saturday's assault is the very same woman who accused Foster in February, but later changed her story.
It makes me really sad. I feel compassionate for both people. Of course, the woman needs to be protected and the man needs to be held accountable, and I think absolutely the 49ers are doing the right thing.
Reuben Foster is just 24 years old. It is not clear if he will ever play again in the NFL. What is clear is that his time with the 49ers, at least for now, is at an end. Outside of Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, Devin Fehely, KPIX 5.
Sports Director Dennis O'Donnell is here now. What's the reaction from the 49ers?
Well, we know there was a zero-tolerance policy for Reuben Foster put out by the 49ers, but Foster will hit the NFL waiver wire tomorrow. It's unknown if any teams will be interested because he could be facing another suspension from the league. Now, the Mercury News and the Chronicle reporting that the Santa Clara Police Department was called to Foster's house last month for a verbal dispute with the same woman. And this was the final strike for Kyle Shanahan and the organization that had supported him previously.
This was based off other stuff. I don't know whether that's right or wrong. We'll see what happens in the court of law. I wasn't there, but you know, too many things have happened, and you know, we've tried to help him out a lot, and I know he has been trying to, but this was a mess up that it doesn't matter whether he did or not. It's time to move on.
Don't forget that the alleged victim recanted the last domestic accusation against Reuben Foster. We'll see if she does the same. There's an old cliche in the NFL that if you have talent like Reuben Foster has talent, then an NFL team will take a chance on you. We'll see about Reuben Foster because it goes beyond domestic violence issues. He's had a long, troubled past, a very difficult upbringing. In fact, he was his mother, maternal mother, was shot by Reuben's father. While she was holding Reuben, as a baby, and Reuben was hit by that bullet, so he's had a very, very difficult upbringing.
I think you did a story on that, didn't you?
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's no excuse. I'm not making an excuse, but he's had a very difficult past. So hopefully he gets through it.
The Niners making a clear stance, zero tolerance, and hopefully he gets the help, and we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dennis.